Are you a boy or are you a girl? तिमी केटा भएर किन केटी जस्तै कुरा गरिरा? Oh, I see. So you're a third gender. That's what you are, right? Who's the man in your relationship? Is it you or is it him? Oh my God, you're gay? You're my first gay friend. Ah! Bro, you're too masculine to be gay. Are you sure you don't like girls? I mean, like, you've not even tried it, right? Why don't you at least try giving it a shot? How can you call me a homophobe? I have gay best friends.
So, are you a gay?
No, sweetie. I'm a table. Yeah, older than my age, older than my other friends, more mature. Maybe it's because I was different. So first I came out to my best friend. They say, oh, in a good way. What in a good way? You can't use the N word in a good way. It's a mass form of bullying that you don't get to experience in person because you won't have 1,000 people bullying you at one go. Homosexuality is considered a medical condition. I'm gay, and I was like, yay. So I'm normal, and they're like, oh, we are reacting. I'm like, you're harassing someone. You can't go at one go and be like, hey, I'm gay and you better deal with it.
Namaste everyone, welcome to a new episode of Paint a Picture, and today we are going to paint a picture with celebrity stylist turned vlogger. Very elegant, very pretty and very sweet Parakram Rana.
Thank you. Hi.
Thank you so much, Parakram, for accepting my invitation.
I'm so excited to be here. It seems like so much fun, painting and talking. Very calming. Okay.
So you also get to pick your pot afele?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Cute.
So yeah, our main theme is while painting the picture, we do the conversation and we also last time we evaluate our conversation like painting ma pani effect paryo eta uta wala हामी ठुलो गफ छोड्छौं.
Painting with the meaning, thanks.
Yeah. So let's get started before I start asking you questions.
Has.
So Parakram, how was your 2020? So you came to Nepal in 2020, right?
Yes.
So
2020 started with a low for me because I got back from London. I'd gone for a short summer course. So I was very like, back to this part of the world. But then I was ready to start my career after studying. And I was like, chalo na, it's time to earn lots of money. And so I was very excited about that. But the lockdown happened.
Okay, let's know how was your childhood. We really want to know about your childhood. How was this small little Parakram like?
I was just hoppy and jumpy like I see in my TikTok videos.
Okay.
But I was... I don't know. I feel like I always felt older than
your age?
Older than my age, older than my other friends, more mature. Maybe it's because I was different. And at a very early age,
you're more childish now?
Yeah, more childish now. I guess that has come out now with TikTok. But back then, I would just be like, maybe I was different and I saw that. But I never sat down and thought to myself, like, why am I different? I like guys. I play with different toys that boys don't usually play with. My passions are not sports, but it is video editing, like I told you, and filmmaking.
Oh, yeah.
So all of that made me think a lot, introspect a lot, and it always made me different. And because you know, when people are different in a group or in a circle, you always mature up fast, I think, because of the questioning, bullying that you face.
And you go through a lot of emotional journey, and it's like you start thinking a lot.
Yeah. You know? I'm a kind of person who bottles up my emotions. I really don't sit down and think to myself. If there's something that really affects me, I block it out. So like all the bullying that I've faced while growing up, school time in Nepal, I don't even remember. I remember little bits, but I don't remember the big parts. And Miro boarding school in India, I remember, but I block it out in a way that I forget and forgive, and I'm like, let it be.
I don't want to go there.
Somehow that's my way of dealing with it.
And when did you actually start expressing yourself?
So till
when did you start being your true self?
True self. So I think class 9th, grade 9th, maybe I was 12, 13 when I got to know that, okay, I'm gay. And I told myself, Ki Parakram, you're a homosexual and now you got to deal with it. That's when I at least got to understand who I truly am. And that really helped me, let me be myself and justify that, okay, maybe I'm behaving or feeling this way because I'm gay. And I was like, yay. So I'm normal, I'm gay, and
Yeah.
this is what gay people do. So that made me be myself, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Then I could slowly, like, I didn't open up to my friends immediately, but I could at least be comfortable with myself, knowing that, okay,
Yeah.
this is who I am.
Yeah, what people don't understand, I think, is like that is what a normal puberty is
Puberty.
supposed to happen, you know, like
Huh.
that's what a normal puberty, like even with a straight person,
Yeah.
that's when you discover yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, even when I was in class 9 or 8, that's when I went through puberty, and that's when I discovered, okay, I like men.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
you discover it
It's
in life.
it's
It's
so
a
important.
very normal thing. Like,
Yeah.
and that's
Normal and
that's
so
what
important.
every child goes through, like, you know,
Yeah.
everyone goes through the same process of discovering themselves.
True. Yeah, I guess one of the most important things is to understand who you truly are and
Yeah.
accept yourself.
How did you come out to your family or your friends?
So first I came out to my best friend.
Can we know his or her name?
Her name's Asta, and
Okay.
had to be a girl because they're always more understanding and loving. And she really made me feel so comfortable. And I didn't realize how good I would feel after telling one person also. I would recommend that at least come out to one person who you can confide to and who you can trust.
Yeah.
There are many people who accept us, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you have no one who would accept you, then you need to really start making different friends.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I mean, but it's important.
I also believe that you had to deal with a lot of homophobia online this 2020. We
Yeah.
got to see a lot of those things. Tell us about that. no?
Yeah, actually, you know, all this, like, till before 2020, I always thought that, okay, people are quite evolved and they don't talk much. But with TikTok, when I came to Nepal, I started doing TikTok.
You just started TikTok.
Yeah.
Very professional, man.
Thank you. I have the knack of editing videos because I grew up doing that. My
Okay.
passion was always being a filmmaker. With TikTok, I think it really blew off. My TikTok really started doing well, and with so much engagement, views, there were a lot of people who were watching my videos too. So along with the love that I got, there was unfortunately a lot of homophobic content. And it really affected me at first. I would just be like, I would abuse them. I would just like hit it off. But after a point, I was like, see, I'm getting 80% love. The 20% is hate. Let them be, man. I care about, let me focus on the positives. However, this is not the case with everyone because other people from my community, they deal with only hate. It's a little annoying. And I mean, I'm grateful that I don't get that hate. But at the same time, it really makes me upset that there are people who can't live their lives. And so many of them are young people. You know, TikTok has a lot of young age group. And it's so sad to see them just trying to be themselves and getting bashed so badly.
But I think that's so the crowd, the majority of people have always been very homophobic in Nepal as well, right? They only got to like पोख्न पाए के अहिले चाहिँ the open the social media.
For sure.
It made it so easy for them to spit that hatefulness.
Yeah.
You know, and like, how does it work on TikTok?
So people think that I have a really thick skin by now. It's not true. It really affects me. I just make a conscious effort not to let that, and this is because not to let that affect me. And this is because all the people who love me on TikTok, they're like, why are you focusing on this? Like, look at the love. And which is true. They're also getting upset. They're like, hey, we are showering you with love. And you are focusing on that hate, that one person who hates you. I'm like, that's true. So, you know, I honestly don't get upset with people who are just straight up being homophobic as much. I do at times, but most of the times I'm like, loser. Like, I feel bad for them that they think that way. But there are days when you're not having a good day, and when you read those comments, it really affects you. And I can't imagine what others feel.
So, what do you think goes behind this? People who are commenting homophobic comments and being hateful on TikTok or any other social media, like what do you think that drives them to do those things?
I think lack of awareness and the upbringing they have in our society. We tend to tease people. We use the word chakka and derogatory terms like that, and we use it in a bad way. We grow up teasing people, and people don't say anything, and parents grow up telling their kids that, oh, you can't like guys, or you have to like the opposite sex, and you know, and because of that, I guess people, when they see people like us being so open and free about ourselves, I don't think they can digest it. They're like, how are they doing this, and what's going on? So I guess it's very important to start from the ground there, and then obviously the education system, where in medical college, like homosexuality is considered a medical condition, an illness. This was in TU or one of the things I was reading online a few days ago, and I was like, this is crazy. And like kids, everyone to grow up in that environment where you're being encouraged or you're being encouraged to tease other people who are different.
Yeah.
It's something, then they grow up feeling that way, and now it's so common and rampant. Like even in the case of Nikisha, it's
of course. I also went to medical college. I studied pharmacy, and this one teacher used the term "haka" while explaining things to us. And it's like very weird thing.
Yeah.
Because like he's a teacher. I mean.
Teacher. And people, like I tell people, like you cannot use the word "chakka." I'm using it right now, but to make people aware that you cannot use that word. They say, oh, in a good way. What in a good way? You can't use the N word in a good way. Can you? You can't say I'm using it in a good way, a bad word. That is an offensive word. And there's a term for it. Gay, call it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like call us by actual terms, not slangs, no?
Or just ask what they would like to be called. I mean, it's that easy, right?
Literally.
If someone's gay or like the bisexual or like lesbian or like, what is very important thing that they need or support for emotional support from the person they're coming out to?
Just to be listened and understood and just respected. I think it's important for the other person not to give much of their opinions. Like, oh, are you this? Or are you sure? And what about the troubles? But just to be an understanding friend and not be too excited also. Just be there to support. I guess that's what's most important.
And like if someone's trying to come out, and well, what is the best way to do that? Like
someone's trying to come out, the best way to do that is just be, don't have to come out seeing someone else come out or just seeing the way others come out. You have to be true to yourself and see how your situation is. Are your parents going to throw you out of your house, leave you on the streets to mend your ways from start? So you have to see all of that. Obviously, like me, I was in boarding school. I was like, this is not the time to come out. Let me get out of boarding school and then I'll come out. So you have to see your situation and analyze your environment and accordingly come out if you want to. If you don't want to, if you think that people are really going to ruin your life and things like that, find a way to adjust and also come out or shift your city or get away. And people do tend to, if people who want to come out and they're not being able to come out, they find a way to come out.
Okay, whenever you're ready. Whenever the situation is ready. Yeah, like, oh my God, that's such a mature thing to do. You have to think of all these things. There's so much responsibility.
Yeah, it is. And it's so much pressure. I feel so bad for people who have to, I mean, they must be crying from inside, just thinking that, God, we need to come out, and so much pressure. Family, we all are so close with family in this part of the world. So I had to, I was okay telling my parents, but I was like, what about my grandparents? Or what about my aunts? Or I didn't care about my extended family, but it was like my main grandparents and things. So it's very tough,
And I think especially in Nepal is like, I think generation gap also makes a lot of difference, with our parents. Like we were not, like I can't even tell my parents who I'm dating or like I can't even be open about those things. And sharing things about that level of the gender norms, like the kuraharu or like the deep kuraharu. It's very difficult to make them understand.
True.
And like, okay, if someone's working from very basics, then how can we make them understand?
So like who? Like as in?
For example, your grandparents, like how would
they don't know anything how to make it. So I think you need to slowly put it in them. You can't go at one go and be like, hey, I'm gay and you better deal with it, or otherwise I'm done, Let them take a breather, which they would need. And usually what I feel like,
so cute.
So like my grandparents, when they got to know, they were a little quiet. They didn't speak up about it. And I didn't want to like speak up. I knew they knew, and I was like, I knew they knew, and I was like, okay, now let's see what they'll say, whatever. So, but after a while, like after a year or two, one of the moods, they came and told me that, we support you no matter what.
So I think a lot of homophobic content on internet also, I think it like, I think media helps a lot,
For sure. They have a big role to play. When
they didn't create homophobia, but they helped it grow, I think. Like,
they helped normalize it. And if they played a role in addressing us correctly and in the right way, then I guess people would be aware. They're like, they have a big responsibility.
Yeah.
The whole Nikisha case that happened where these boys had posted a video harassing her on the road was horrible. Yeah. That, I mean, I've spoken up about Nikisha in the past, but this video came up and I was just like, oh my God, this is the pits. This, like, it's so triggering for anyone. Like, I think women and people from our community can relate because this is something that happens on the road, catcalling and being teased. Yeah, yeah.
I have once chased this person because he threw a water bottle in my face.
Just imagine the horror.
Very weird. I was
it's traumatizing because people throw acid 16, like that, and what must you have thought?
I was 16 or 17. I was waiting for my friend, and then this guy came, like motorbike, and like I don't even know the guy. I don't even recognize the guy. And there's like साथी को bike को पिछाडी बसेको थियो अनि ओइ छुच्ची भनेर फुत्त बाटोबाट फालेर and I don't know what to do. I chased him for a while. I was like, oh shit, what am I doing?
I'm glad at least chased him and he realized that we won't keep quiet.
But then later I felt very blast because he threw it on my face and I got very triggered and I chased him 2-3 paila, but then I was like, oh, people were watching me. Okay, shit.
Good you did.
Yeah, but
because others won't do anything.
So, what do you think of like roast culture? Like, obviously, roast culture, the main body has, especially on YouTube, always like, oh, roast. I mean, I would like to correct everyone who thinks your YouTube roast is a roast. It's not. Roast actually should be very consensual and like it has to be like an event. Or the other person knows that they're going to roast you and they have to give you consent.
Yeah.
But what do you think of this new YouTube roast? Whatever people have invented, just mean.
And what do they call it? There's another word. What's the right thing? Reaction. And they're like, oh, we are reacting. I'm like, you're harassing someone because, you know, I put myself and I'm like, if someone roasted me that way, I would have, my mental stability would have gone down the drain. I would have been so upset if someone started teasing me, and you know, I do judge my own videos on TikTok, but if someone else is replaying my video and going like, it's horrible. Yeah, and laughing and hundreds and thousands, it's created a portal where thousands of people are commenting and laughing and liking and sharing. It's like personally attacking. It's a mass form of bullying that you don't get to experience in person because you won't have 1,000 people bullying you at one go. But you have like hundreds and thousands of people bullying you online, and that is horrible. It's just horrific.
And once you're done,
lovely.
So let's hear it out. What did you do and why?
Okay, so these aren't ghosts. I think now that you said ghosts, we are just these are people. These are the colors of the transgender and non-binary flag. Okay. And I've put brown also, which represents people from like different ethnicities. And I just brought life into these boxes, and you called it ghost, but I guess. We're better off being ghosts than dead. I think they're at least living also. But
all those powers.
So, and I chose this because I think they're very less transgender people and non-binary people and intersex people are very less represented in our community. They're like the minority in the LGBTQIA+. So I just want to give them, I know, I don't want to give them anything, but I just thought I'll make a painting which represents them.
Oh, that's very cute. That's actually very cute. Everyone's better painter than me. What is
No, I love it.
No.
Very colorful. I think this is your best.
So I used color and what I realized is like whatever the original color they're either predefined feminine or predefined
masculine
color. So this is like very feminine bhacha and red is like very masculine or blue is very masculine, baby flower or like this like green, like whatever is very dark is masculine, whatever very light is feminine. And then I mixed white in everything.
I love it. This is so nice.
And then all
to make it more neutral.
There's a neutral color and there's
I love it.
Very, very colorful, and like I just want to say
I love it.
No matter how you act homophobic or transphobic or whatever, we all are really gay inside.
Yeah, we all are, for sure.
All of us. I can't deny it. You can't deny it. Nobody can deny it.
For sure. Like, we are bloody gay and fabulous.
Yeah, all of us are gay. You should just own it, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure.
So, yeah.
I love it. It's so cool. These colors are such a cool idea.
And just because I mixed white, like I think we
became more neutral, right?
Very neutral, become very feminine, very masculine at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
And these are better than these colors.
For sure, for sure.
I love the shades.
Even the pink is a good shade.
Oh, yeah. So we have a small gift for you.
Oh, how sweet.
Hills and Cloud.
Oh, nice.
Hills and Cloud is Nepali clothing brand.
I love the packaging.
Yeah.
Thank you.
These are
So cool.
biodegradable. Not the cloth.
Yeah, the paper. Nice packaging.
So yeah. And they also have might have a t-shirt or something for you, and then like yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Cloud, big shout out to Hills and Cloud. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching us. I hope you guys had fun. And हामी अर्को हप्ता पनि आउने नै छौं. So please do subscribe to our channel, Millions of Nepal. This is Viewfinder Presents Paint a Picture. Bye bye.
Hi guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Millennials of Nepal. And don't forget to follow Yoznaa on Instagram.
Thank you.
Thanks.